Hi, everyone. It's Karen again. And the Jewish holidays are upon us once again. And in case you couldn't figure out, I am Jewish. So I want to tell you something that happened one Sukkot a few years ago. And for those of you who don't know, like I didn't know until the other day, it's like Rosh Hashanah is now, which is Jewish New Year, then Yom Kippur, where we have to atone for everything bad we did the past year, which means I don't have any atoning to do. And then comes Sukkot, which the truth is, I have no idea what it is. Some people call it Sukkot. So I think, because there are different kinds of Jewish people. So I think my people call it Sukkot. I really don't know that much. So if you know anything you want to put in the comments below without being mean, I really would love to know. I don't know what it's for, but you kind of eat outside in a little structure. It's like a happy thing. I just don't know what it's for. Maybe it's to make it up to us for having the wrong order. I feel like we should atone and then have Happy New Year, not have Happy New Year and then be miserable the next week. So, okay, but whatever, we're always miserable. Okay, so that's nothing. I'm not slamming my people. I just some of us miserable. Okay, so this is what I wanted to tell you happened a few years ago because it just occurred to me when I was thinking about my holidays that usually aren't that funny. But my friend Carol Wilcox Goebbels and I used to always get into crazy adventures. I don't know why. This girl did not need free food. She didn't care about free food or whatever, but we just got into crazy things. So she calls me one Sukkot and goes, "Quick, get up, get dressed. We're going to lunch at a rabbi's house." And I'm like, "Wait, what?" Because she doesn't even go to temples, so I don't know what that was about. But she was someplace shopping. I think she was shopping for whatever the thing is called. I think the structure is called a sukkah. A sukkah. That's it. Okay, it just came to me. So the structure, it's like a wooden structure that you eat outside in. So she was shopping for one for her boss, and she bumped into this youngish, nice rabbi, and they started talking about it. And he said, "Where are you going? For lunch today?" And she said, "No place. I'm buying this from my boss." He said, "Oh, please come to my house and join us." And she said, "Can my friend come?" Like we're 2 years old, but I would so appreciate it. So she calls me, "Get dressed. We're going to Sukkot lunch." I went, "Okay," because I like to celebrate my heritage. I mean, I think it's nice. Okay, plus I like home cooked meals, but whatever. And I like Jewish holiday food. So I jumped up and I said, I met her like down the block and I go, "This is so weird. Like they don't know us, you don't know them, and we're just going." But Jewish people are supposed to be inclusive, especially for holidays. And we walk in, and there is Steven Spielberg's little mother, Leah Adler, this lovely woman who owned a restaurant at the time, a kosher restaurant, and she was a fan of my TV show, Karen's Restaurant Review. So she called me and asked me if I could come in and review her restaurant. So I had gone in a few years before when my parents were in town, so I took them there, and it went fine. It went fine. Just like she kept saying things to my mother, like, "Don't you think Karen should have been my daughter?" And my mother doesn't love stuff like that, but whatever. My father's going, "You can have her, take her. We don't want." But so anyhow, so there's Leah, and she goes, "Oh my God, it's Karen from Karen's Restaurant Review." She goes, "Oh my God." And the rabbi goes, like, "What's happening?" He said it a better way than that. And she goes, "Karen is the top restaurant critic in this town." I'm not the top restaurant critic, but to Leah I was, which is so nice. Maybe she should have told my maybe brother Steven Spielberg to put me in a movie. Okay, so yeah, I have a little frizzy hair today on purpose because it looks more Jewish holiday thing, I thought. But anyhow, so she goes, "She's the top restaurant critic in town." So the rabbi goes, "Oh my God, I hope you're gonna like our food." I'm like, I'm an interloper. I'm like, nobody they should be worried about. And now they're worried the whole day. It went from there that all they were concerned about was what I thought of the food. So the rabbi puts me next to him at the table. Carol was hysterical the whole time. So he puts me next to him at the table, and Carol's on the other side of me. And with everybody, there had to be 20 people. It's a whole long table. And he says really loudly while everyone's quiet, "So Karen, tell us, what are your favorite foods?" And all I could think of were swordfish, shrimp, bacon, and pork. Okay, the four absolute no-nos in Jewish people land. I mean, if you're religious. And I'm like, I could not think of anything else. My mind, I'm going, think of something else to say. I didn't say those. I knew enough not to say them. And I'm like, come on, say it, say something. So all I came up with is chocolate. They go, great. We have a lot of chocolate desserts for you to review. I'm not reviewing it. I'm just a guest. So all they talked about the whole time was, wait till you try this chocolate thing. Wait till you try that chocolate thing. And every bite I took, like I needed a fork to demonstrate this, but I'd go, and they'd go, oh my God, what do you think? What do you think? Every single bite of anything. And Carol was just, she kept giggling like next to me. And I'm like, ah. All of a sudden, in the middle of the meal, we hear a scream, and down at the other end of the table, the rabbi's mother collapsed. I mean, really collapsed. I'm sure she's okay, or she wasn't, but she collapsed. They had to call the paramedics because she had fainted. And Carol goes, we should get out of here. Let's go, let's go. And I said, we're going to go now because, you're having a family issue. The rabbi and Leah Adler would not let me leave. So Carol left, and she left me there to face this barrage of, what did you think, alone. So they take the mother. The mother goes out with the paramedics. Everybody else stays. I'm so freaked out. I'm like, I want to go with her. I don't want someone going alone with paramedics. What's going on? They said, no, Karen, you have to wait for dessert. So I was so full by then. Really, I would have taken a bite of dessert, and then, knowing me, I would have taken a few pieces to go. But they kept putting, I swear, it was 30 desserts. They kept putting pieces in front of me. I was so sick, I can't tell you. I should never, ever have eaten all that. But each thing, and I had to go, great. Oh, great. Half of them really were not great, but I had to be nice. But it was just the weirdest thing. I got out of there. I called Carol. She was still laughing. It was an hour later. She's like, I said, how could you flat leave me? But anyhow, so that is my story of my one Jewish holiday. I was going to say it went wrong, but it didn't really go wrong. I got to eat. I got to meet nice people. I got to hear Steven Spielberg's mother declare me to be the top restaurant critic in town. So actually, I just cheered myself up. So to those of you of my same ethnic persuasion, happy Rosh Hashanah, happy Sukkot, and I would say I am available to come eat in your sukkah, but not in 2020. Okay, so I'll see you next year for it. Thank you so much, and thank you for listening. And I'm trying to shut it to say goodbye. Bye.